Have you ever sit back and realize you're not the same person you were a few months ago? Well, that's kind of what happens to me with this ethics class. I came in just thinking, okay, another subject, I bet. But at some point along the way, it started hitting me on a personal level, you know? So here's my final reflection, not just on what I learned, but on how it affects me and changed me. Let's get straight to it.
What specific lesson, concept, or discussion changed the way you think?
What specific lesson, concept, or discussion changed the way you think? What specific... Bro, for me, it's virtue ethics, because this concept really hits different. It wasn't just about right or wrong. It was about who we are as a person. It made me realize that ethics isn't just about following rules. It's about building good habits, being a decent person, and choosing to be better every day.
How did it affect or change your views?
How did it affect or change my views? It made me reflect on myself more. Before, I would usually think, did I do the right thing? But now, I also ask, what? Was I being kind? Was I being honest? Was I being patient? It made me more aware of how my small actions reflect on my character. I started thinking about how I treat others, especially with respect, even in situations when it's hard.
Where did you apply what you learned? It can be in school, family, work, or community.
Where did you apply what you've learned? It can be in school, family, work, or community. In my case, I mostly applied it on my family and friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I get impatient or when I get annoyed, I used to react right away. But now, I try to pause and choose to act with patience, or kindness instead.
Has it affected your goals, decisions, or behavior?
Has it affect your goals, decisions, or behavior? Yes, definitely. I'm not perfect, but I've become more intentional with how I behave. I try to be more respectful, more disciplined, and more responsible, even in small things, like choosing not to lie, even if it's easier, or helping others without expecting anything back. It's not always easy, but it's helping me grow. I ain't gonna lie.
What is the importance of studying ethics?
What is the importance of studying ethics? Studying ethics reminds us that being a good person isn't just a label, It's a choice we make every day. It's about becoming someone you can be proud of. It helps us build character, treats others with respect, and live a life that's not just successful, but meaningful. Alright, so yeah, that's me reflecting on this ethics journey, It's been eye-opening, sometimes uncomfortable, but definitely worth it, Thanks to everyone in class, especially to our teacher, thanks. I may not have figured it out yet, but I'm walking away from this with a clear idea of the kind of person I want to be, And that's a good start. Thanks for watching, and I hope we all carry these lessons even after the semester ends. Peace out.